Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky.
Hey, stop. Hey, let's get it for Burger.
Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Three down. Flip it. Block 89. Slam. Check. Crunch.
Here's Winston. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Completes it to Dixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, 59. I smell fear in that offense. Flip. Tighten up.
Green, Timothy. Go.
From the 38, Winston throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And you see who they went after there, young rookie cornerback.
Yeah, and what else would you do? You've got to test him, and make sure you test him over time. It's not 1 or 2 throws. It's multiple per game, and people will test him until he proves that he can handle it.
Well, he's got a couple quarters to prove it here. We're only in the first. He better step up. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
At the Bears' 36-yard line.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
So we got man. Hatch it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's caught. Stills right side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready.
Here we go. Check.
Green, trouble team.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Jameis now on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosason to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Come on. Sunday.
Be afraid of me.
Flip it.
Alert 3.
Winston. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky forced out to his left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
54 Mike. Check. Alert. Yes.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it's caught by Parker. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Come on.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Protein spill. Alert.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Joey Bosa with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
White. Mike 59.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
John Brown set to
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At the 30-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Winston. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams. 3rd down here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun. Winston. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Again, it's Winston. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Touchdown, Packers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Packers have taken the lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, his throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They go play action with Trubisky.
On third.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Check 13. Check 13.
They go to Johnson again. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check 24. Check 24.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
On 2nd down, Montgomery.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready? 55. 55. We own it. We own it.
On third down, it's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down. First and 10 at the 47.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Check 24. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They give to Johnson going right. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Trubisky to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Trubisky going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, T. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill.
Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. David Johnson denied here on the 4th down run. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Now it's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Chicago, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.